Deadline drama, deadline madness. I can't lie, man. This is one of the craziest deadline days I think I can ever remember. And I've been watching this sport for so many years. But fam, what I've seen today from everything, it's been a roller coaster. It's been an absolute roller coaster. Because we've seen here we go, and we've seen here we stay. You know what I mean? Oh my goodness. Being a Liverpool fan right now, it must be, I don't know how you guys must be feeling. Because yesterday, you got to see your team beat Arsenal 1-0. Sabas free kick. Wirtz had a good second half. Liverpool winning. 3 out of 3 wins so far to start the season. And then a couple hours later, 11 p.m., Isak out of nowhere. Here we go, confirmed. It was the perfect evening, the perfect night to be a Liverpool fan. And even this morning, Marc Guehi was here we go as well. We got the here we go from Fabrizio. And things was looking perfect. You got attacking reinforcement. You got defensive reinforcement. Brother, it is the perfect 24 hours. Things are looking good. But fam, this is where the evil eye, you know what I mean? If you guys are Arab, the Hasad, you know what I mean? The evil eye, fam. Hey, hella clubs gave you evil eye. Hella clubs were saying, you know what? We ain't going to make you this happy, bro. Things must go wrong. And it did. Marc Guehi, the deal was collapsed. The deal was basically a domino effect. For Marc Guehi to join Liverpool, it meant that Palace needed a replacement. And that replacement was Eagle from Brighton. But that deal collapsed, which meant this deal, Palace just had to decide on what to do with it. Because he did his medical. He was ready. He was ready to go. The contract was sent. Everything was ready. All they needed was Palace to call them and give the green light. But Parish and, of course, Glasner, they sat down, they decided. They were like, listen, we've got European football. We don't have defensive reinforcement. We don't have a replacement for our captain, our best defender, one of the most underrated centre-backs in the Premier League over the past couple of years, one of the best, low-key, one of the best centre-backs in the Premier League last year, the best defender for the last Euros for England. We don't have a replacement for him, so we can't go now European football and not have someone a replacement. And that's why they decided, you know what, it's called their day. The deal's collapsed. That means Liverpool got who they wanted, but they lacked, and they can get the other person which they wanted. And now let's talk about it. Let's talk about it from a Liverpool standpoint. Let's talk about it. Let's play devil advocate. Let's play devil advocate and now discuss both things, because I can't lie, as crazy as this is, and of course, this is, of course, the biggest talking point, and we'll talk about it. This low-key, and I don't know what you guys think about it, this might be as crucial as this, in my personal opinion. Because we all know about Isak. We all know about the qualities, what he's going to bring to the table, the amount of goals he's going to score for Liverpool. He's the second best striker in the Premier League behind Haaland, one of the best strikers in the whole world. We all know how good he is. He showed it, showcased it over the past couple of years against all the big six sides. He's been playing very good. And this has been a saga which has been going on for the past months. Like, so every day I'm seeing Isak drama, I'm seeing Isak news, Isak rumors, Isak this, Isak that. And it was bound to happen. I didn't think it was going to happen because over the past couple of weeks, things was looking a bit, like Isak came out with a statement. Newcastle said, you're not leaving, you're lying. Liverpool trying to make some bids. Then they signed Ikitike. And I'm like, are they signing Ikitike because they've now forgetting about Isak? I didn't think it was going to happen, but there's, boom, it happened. And I can't lie, this is going to help Liverpool massively because the game against Arsenal, I looked at it, I watched it, and I felt like Liverpool could have won 2-3-0 if they had this man right here. And this man is going to add a lot of goals to this Liverpool team. I don't know how it's going to work out with the profiles. I don't know how it's going to work out with Onslaught managing to figure out a system. Because I'm not denying his qualities. And I'm not denying Ikitike's qualities. And I'm not denying Salah's qualities. And I'm not denying Wirtz's qualities. But at the same time, they're all going to play. Like, Onslaught is not going to sign Isak or Ikitike or Wirtz for all of them to be on the bench. All 4 of them will start. Salah will start, Isak will start, Ikitike will start, and Wirtz will start. The question mark is now, how is he going to fit all of them into starting? Is it going to be a 4-3-3, forcing Ikitike to play on the left, even though he's been playing very good as the number 9? Or is it going to be a 4-2-2-2? Real Madrid did it over the past couple of years with having 2 DMs, Gravenberch, Alexis, 2 10s or right inside forwards or right attacking midfielders or right wingers, you want to classify them, and Wirtz, and of course Salah, and then having 2 strikers in Ikitike and Isak. So you're playing the 2-2 traditionally, but you're playing 4-2-2-2, having Salah and Wirtz a little bit more advanced. So which one is it going to be? This is my listen. I'm not gonna. This isn't a hot take. I'm not here giving out takes. I'm just giving you my personal opinion. I think there's gonna be a clash in profiles. I think there's gonna be a clash of profiles. I don't think you're in a position to start all of them at the same time. I'm looking at it like Real Madrid last season. We had this last season. We won the Champions League. We won the league. Boom. We signed the best player in the world in Kylian Mbappe. Look what happened last season. And I think this is a similar situation. I think Isak, you're signing Isak, he's going to score goals the same way Mbappe scored last season. He's going to get you 20 goals, 30 goals, 40 goals. I'm not denying that. But at the same time, is it going to work out with Ikatike? How is Ikatike going to feel about playing on the left-hand side, even though he's been scoring 2 goals in 3 games? Well, 3 goals in 4 games if you want to include the Community Shield. He's been playing very good as a striker. He's been scoring goals, like delivering, creating. He's been dropping deep. Is he going to do that on the left-hand side? Because he might, of course, invert. He might go centrally. He might rotate with Isak. There's a lot of things that can be done. But I don't know if the profile of all of them are going to work collectively. Because Salah is not having a great start to the season. Maybe he's feeling the impact of having Nketiah. Maybe his positioning is not the same. I don't know. Things for Liverpool, this is of course, massive. Isak's going to score goals and it's going to help them with a lot of games. But at the same time, as good as this is, this needs solving. This needs figuring out. But at the same time, what needs figuring out is defensively. And so far, the first 2 games, it was very evident. It was very, you looked at it and I think everyone knew defensively, Liverpool is an issue. And I think everyone could have predicted it heading into the preseason where we saw the signs of weaknesses for Liverpool. Yes, you can't really determine a lot of things in the preseason, but you kind of got an idea. And against Bournemouth basically showcased how you can do it, how you can play against this Liverpool team. And then Newcastle did it as well. With 10 men, they scored 2 goals. And Arsenal could have done it, but Arsenal was a bit too cautious. They were a bit too scared. They didn't want to take the risk. They didn't want to pull the trigger, and they lost. I reckon if Arsenal did what they had to do and actually attacked and actually had the intent to do it, I think Arsenal could have gone something from that point. But that's not the point. The point is Liverpool have shown signs of weakness, that especially when it comes to defending transitions and especially when it comes to the shape defensive, because I don't think it's the same as last season. Konate is not the same player. Konate is nowhere near the same player. You can say whether it's injuries because he's picked a couple of knocks, or whether you can say his head is somewhere else at my club. This guy might be thinking, I'm already thinking about Real Madrid. Then you've got the right-back issue with Frimpong being out with an injury. Kind of Bradley's also out with an injury, but you've got Sebastian, he's been playing there, and he's been playing very good. Not denying that. The left-hand side, Kirkus, started poorly the first 2 games, but last game against Arsenal, you can really argue and say that might be his best performance, but not the level that he dropped last season at Bournemouth. The only reliable defender, which they've had, the most consistent defender, is the main dimension of Virgil van Dijk. And that's why adding a defensive reinforcement was massive. You lost Kwanzaa. You've got Joe Gomez. Joe Gomez, okay, he's a good utility player. He's a good backup player. He started. Don't get me wrong. He started when it was him and Virgil. But when he went down, Matip came in. He's never since then actually played consistently, and he can play across all positions, which is good for him. That's what you need, a versatile defender. Then you brought this Italian young kid. I forgot from what team they bought him for like 30 million. But we've never seen him play. We've never seen him play. I've never seen him play. Have you seen him play? Hell no. You ain't seen him play. Is he ready to be played in and introduced already? I don't think he is. And then at the same time, a signing which, low-key, I don't know how you guys might feel about this, is not being talked about enough, is Harvey Elliott going. Because Harvey Elliott was a midfield option to have. One of Liverpool's biggest issues last season was the depth in that midfield. Because when it came to crunch time towards middle part of the season, the February, the March, the April, when Champions League was against Paris Saint-Germain, you felt the likes of Alexis and Gravenberch, you felt that them man was been playing all season to high standards, but you could tell the knees and the legs, they got exhausted, they got tired. And against Paris Saint-Germain, they got outrun physically. It was just, they got dominated in the midfield. Hence the reason why they never rotated. And now you get rid of your midfield options. And now who's your midfield options? Like you saw the first game against Bournemouth. Well, Liverpool struggled to win. They won, but they struggled. Why? Because they had no Gravenberch. You don't have a replacement for Gravenberch. Curtis Jones, yes, as good as he's done in the cameos, he's not going to be the main man. I saw him play against Newcastle, and he wasn't good enough, in my personal opinion. So this is what I'm trying to say. Liverpool have got this, and then this is going to steal the spotlight, which I know you guys are going to say, well, we got Isak. Oh, my God. I know you got Isak, and I'm not taking anything away from it. But at the same time, I think this is massive because you needed someone like him. Coming in and stepping in and starting every week, he can do that. Whether that's the Premier League or Champions League. Now, Konate, he hasn't been good enough. Coming in is Joe Gomez, really? And then coming in is this Italian young kid, which is he going to get the chances? And in the midfield, is there enough squad options? I felt like you needed a midfielder, a replacement for either a Gravenberch or an Alexis. You didn't sign any of them. You didn't sign a cover. And a cover for me was important for you guys. Last season was the biggest demonstration, and you didn't solve that. You didn't solve that. And so Liverpool's transfer window, as good as it's been, because they signed so many players, and this, on paper, this will go down as Liverpool's greatest ever transfer window. And this can arguably go down as the greatest transfer window from a British team. And arguably, this could be second or third ever in terms of worldwide. It's not going to be Madrid 09, but you get the idea. It's incredible. But still that, I don't think I can give it 10 out of 10. And again, this, you guys might think this is, oh, Faisal, the hot take. Typical. It's not a hot take. I just don't think this is a 10 out of 10 because I don't think you fixed two major issues which you had, and that is a midfield replacement to a Gravenberch and Alexis, and signing a centre-back. You sold Kwanzaa, you brought in an Italian young kid. Is he going to get the chances? So you're confident in the next season with Virgil, with Konate, Joe Gomez, and the Dunny, I forgot his name, the Italian young kid. Even though Virgil is elite as he is, Konate has shown for the first 3 games that Donny is not ready, and his head is somewhere else. Joe Gomez, you guys wanted to get rid of him. He was. I saw rumors about him going to Milan, him going to somewhere else. You offered him away. Like, you were prepared to leave him go. And come on, Joe Gomez, big 2025. And there's this Italian young kid who is he ready to play? So that's my point. I felt like you needed this guy. You needed a Hato that you lost out to Chelsea. You needed a centre-back, and you didn't get a centre-back. So I don't think this, for me, can be a 10 out of 10. But you guys can put down in the comments what you guys feel about it. Some of you guys might agree. Some of you guys might disagree. This is the beautiful game of football. Opinions might not be the same. But like I said, like the video, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you tomorrow with my ratings of every single transfer deadline day, the whole summer, and I rank it team by team. See you tomorrow.